Welcome to another episode of Dining with Doreen, and today I'm going to make harissa. Now this harissa is actually a traditional Tunisian dish. It's very popular, and this is something, it's like a staple in part of North African cuisine. Now I am going to try and recreate my own version of this, and I think some of the most important things that go into harissa are the different types of peppers. I have a couple different types of jalapenos here. I've actually steeped some dry pods. I actually got a California chili pod. I've got some just regular red whole peppers, and cumin is very important in harissa. Also some garlic. Instead of using red bell peppers, roasted red bell peppers, I actually got papadou peppers, which are like a sweet pepper, but with a little kick of spice, as if I didn't need any more spice. I have all the spice here. Sometimes you can put serrano chilies in there, whatever you want. If you want to add, I think, a little bit of hint of acid, you can also use lemon juice. So I have a lemon here. I'm going to taste everything first, and then I'm going to tell you whether or not I want lemon in it. I've got some olive oil, and we're just going to season it up. One of the things I am going to add is caraway seed, and I'm also going to do some coriander, ground coriander, just to get some beautiful flavors out of this. Now I'm going to serve this harissa with grilled steak. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. Now that all of my peppers are ready, I'm just going to go ahead and put it inside the blender. I have one red jalapeno, which I went ahead and just chopped up and I de-seeded. Also a green jalapeno. I'm going to put in one big chili pod. And you know what? I'm just going to start with a small of the dry one. All right, here's our papadou, which, like, normally I was going to just put maybe 1 or 2 whole red peppers in here. But since these are so tiny, look at that, I'm just going to put a bunch. It looks almost like a cherry tomato. And, you know, it smells really, really sweet, and I think these should be a really nice addition versus roasted red peppers, because roasted red peppers is not necessarily my favorite and it kind of upsets my stomach, so I wanted to try something a little different. And I want to make sure that there's enough of this too, so it kind of helps cut some of that heat from all of the jalapenos. So I'm going to be putting in probably about half of this jar. And this just, I know I'm using my hands, but I think it'll be fine. All right, so got that going. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple cloves of garlic. One's kind of big, one's a little smaller, so I'll go ahead and just do 3. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of cumin. Cumano, you can say that also. You can actually buy, like, you see how this El Guapo, all the Mexican spices are really inexpensive. And you know what, if you just have a little jar, you could just buy this and put in your jar and you can save a lot of money. Because sometimes when you buy like big containers like this, it gets really expensive. So just ways to save a little bit of money. So I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of the Cumano. And I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of ground coriander, which I'm gonna cut open here. So we're doing a half. And I'm also going to do half a teaspoon of the caraway. Since I'm putting it in the blender, it should get all blended up. So just put that right in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and season it with salt and pepper after I'm done blending, and we'll go from there and we'll see how it tastes. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of olive oil in also to kind of get it going. Now this is going to be like a sauce, so I want to make sure that it still has body to run and stuff, okay? All right, so get nice and tight, and nothing gets all, I'm putting on low. Look at this beautiful color that's coming out of it. I wish it could come a little bit closer. Getting pureed really nicely. Good. Doesn't this look beautiful? Oh my gosh. All right, I love the bright color. I'm gonna give it a little taste, and then we can season it fully. Now, at this point, I just kind of wanna see, like, do I wanna add more peppers? Do I wanna add more of the seasonings? It's spicy, but it's really good. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting all that cumin, and the papadu peppers are so, like, it really gives us this sweet flavor and smell. It is so good, but because this is so spicy, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the papadu peppers, which I think will be fantastic. I'll add a little salt, some fresh black pepper, and I'm gonna do a squeeze of lemon. I think it'll be really nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more ingredients. This is really good, and I think it's gonna taste fantastic on the steak. And you know what? I'm even gonna say, like, I would really love to use the juice from the papadu too. I'm just using my fingers because it's easier. But this is delicious. It is, I love the flavors. I might just use this whole jar, for crying out loud. Let me just use the whole jar, really. Let me get a spoon. You would think like that the caraway would be just overpowering, but there's such a nice balance of the peppers, the papadu in here, the cumin. Oh, it's really delicious. And the coriander. This is perfect. So, you know, like, I mean, that was one of my main things where I was like, oh my gosh, it can get really spicy. But this is really delicious, and I think it'll be fantastic over grilled meat. Oh my gosh, I know I said fantastic already, but really, this is gonna be so delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt now. Some fresh black pepper. This is good. Now, I'm gonna put a little bit of fresh squeezed lemon. Love that. All right, let's get this all blended up. And then we'll be ready to put it on the steak. All right. I'm gonna get this really blended up well. All right, that looks good. I know. All right, let's see, look at this. There's still a wonderful amount of heat in here, but the lemon juice, that acid just is really bringing that flavor out. This is freaking delicious. Oh my God, I wish you guys can come and, wow, just smell it. It is so awesome. My god sister really can't eat spicy food, but honey, I think she needs to try this one. Allison, Chris, and I are gonna enjoy this. I love you, Karen, and I wish you could taste this. Just a tiny bite. This is so good. Oh my gosh, I could drink this. So I'm gonna put this aside, and we're gonna go grill some steaks. All right, I'm gonna get the steaks on the grill. Ooh, it's nice and hot. Woohoo! All right, I like to start mine off at the hottest point of the grill. There's all this beautiful marbling. Did you see that slip right out of my tongs? Oh, you can already smell it. I'm gonna go ahead and sear it off on both sides just so the juices get all stuck inside. Cook it to your perfect cooking temperature. Mine is medium rare. I think a lot of you guys already know that. I love my steak medium rare. So anyways, I'm gonna just let this go for a couple minutes, and then I'll flip it, and then, like I said, just cook it to the perfect cooking temperature, and then we're gonna be ready to eat.